Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to Inside. Right now, we are joined by our friends with Foster Financial. We've got Caleb here to give us some more insight on some of those financial tips. First of all, I love this jacket.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Looking clean, my friend. Look, let's go ahead. We're talking about buffer funds today, right?
Yep.
Let's get into it. So what exactly are those?
Yeah, so these buffered funds are kind of buffered ETFs, are sort of an ETF that has an extra functionality with it. And I guess before I get into the kind of specifics of it, I think it's helpful to look at, the use case for something like this, because I think people at home could kind of relate to the type of person that this could potentially be good for.
Okay.
And so we've had a lot of people come to us, over the past year, and they say, hey, my 401k is down, 15% from a year ago. And I know when the market is down, that's the wrong time to sell, right? It's number one rule of investing, buy low, sell high, right? But they say, hey, I'm planning on retiring in 2 or 3 years, and I feel like I can't afford for the account to go down another, 10 or 15%. But if there's a potential market recovery, I want to be able to take advantage of it.
Right.
So they kind of feel like they're caught in this sort of catch-22. They're wondering, where's a place that I can put my money to do exactly what I want it to do for me. And that's where a lot of these buffered funds come into play. And so what these buffered funds do is they offer some downside sort of preservation, and then they offer an upside cap on something like the S&P 500, for example. So I think we have an example that we can kind of show some of the people at home as well. And so on this, you can kind of see this is an example of a buffered fund that has a 10% downside buffer and then a 20% upside cap. And so all the way on the left, the blue bars are what the S&P 500 would do, and then the yellow bars are what this buffered fund would do in that environment. And so all the way on the left, you can see if the market were to go down 20%, the buffered fund would actually buffer out 10% of those downside losses, and so it would go down 10%. In that next kind of column over, if the S&P 500 goes down 10%, this buffered fund actually buffers out all of those losses, and it kind of stays even. If we go one more over, the buffered fund goes up 10%, this fund goes up 10%, and then all the way over on the right, the potential, downside of a scenario is where the S&P 500 actually goes up a full 25%, and this fund caps out at 20%. And so there's kind of pros and cons to consider here, but, for a lot of people who say, I don't necessarily think that the S&P is going to go up 25%, and therefore I'm happy to take this 20% cap to get some of this downside buffer. And so it can be a really good place for people to still participate in the market, but offer some sort of preservation for the money that they have.
And as we talk about these buffered funds, for those who are coming in and saying, look, there's a lot of things that I want to know more about. Talk to us about, you guys at Foster Financial, you're people we can trust. Talk to us a little bit about why they should choose you guys.
Yeah, so we focus a lot on holistic financial planning, which just means that we're fiduciaries, and we legally act in the best interest of our clients, and we really take into account your entire financial picture. So, if somebody comes to us and says, hey, I want to roll over my 401k today, we say, what, let's gather some more information, make sure it's in your best interest, create a plan for you, and then let's move forward. So it's a lot about establishing a relationship and making sure that the plan is right for them before we do anything. Yeah,
that's truly exciting, to being able to, again, have that trust. And, we plan on being able to come out to you guys' new office and checking that out. And people, stay tuned so they can be able to see what that office looks like, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great place. It's a very low-pressure environment and a good place to establish relationships.
It is. And if you take a look at your screen right now, you guys can find more information. Get in a consultation so that you can be able to learn more about what Foster Financial can offer and how they can help make things a little bit easier for you. We'll be right back.